How could I be smiling in a time of tragedy like this? Well, wait a second. Haven't I been talking about the writing on the wall? Again, no point in saying what I've done and what I've said, and because nothing of that means anything. But if you were paying attention, there was a drastic change in my attitude talking about how the Dow 20,000 had to be put on hold. The high flyers, the China stocks, every sign pointed to another downturn in the market. And of course, if you think about it, we're still nowhere, people. We're going sideways. The Matrix has predetermined where we're going for the summer. So as soon as we start rallying, even if we start rallying today and we go green today and it's an extraordinary, massive up day, and then we have an up day on Monday and Tuesday, they'll invent something for us to be worried about on Wednesday or Thursday so we can go back down. The market is not ready to break out right now. You have to also remember where we've come from. We were looking over the edge. We were looking at the end of capitalism. We were looking at the end of America. Watch Too Big to Fail, because I believe everything in that movie. I know a lot of it was probably, exaggerated to make us even more concerned about how close we came to the end of days and what AIG almost did to the country. Not even about Bear Stearns, not even about Lehman. It was AIG's fault, and another reason the company should not be able to be publicly traded and people should be getting carted away. You know how I feel about it. Slap parties. Okay, so anyway, what was I suggesting that you do? Get out of the market was, first of all, become a day trader, become a trader. Make sure your money's not in the market, not in the stocks, because you're just going to be wasting your time right now. So now, when you have a day like this, gap down, you come in refreshed, ready to take on the day. Maybe you're angry about missing the down, as I am. I only bought 20 puts to offset some of the naked stuff that I have out there, but I'm short all those calls, and they're all going to expire worthless. We're not going any higher, and I'm sure that June's not going to have this extraordinary month where we're going to start breaking new highs. So I'm pretty much secured with all my positions right now, except for the Zolt, and as we all know, it's make or break with the Zolt with me. Either it's going to zero, or it's going to go back to 20 bucks. I don't even have to watch it anymore. I mean, it's the last thing in my account right now that's putting a damper on my attitude today. But here is an extraordinary day, and I told you that this was a year anniversary of me not smoking cigarettes. Now, more importantly, okay, we talked about my gambling problem and this option stuff that I do, right, on these earnings reports. I don't think you realize the enormity of the money that I lost on the Google, because in the first time in a long time, I just took one side. Normally, I go both ways, looking for a big move so I can make money on those straddles and strangles and condors and all that stupid stuff that I set up. Not stupid, but you understand. But I went completely long on the Google. I had stock long with some calls written against it. Those didn't really help too much. I also had calls on the stock last month, this month. Moral of the story was the base hit, single, double, triple, home run kind of thing. Instead of trying for those home runs, I chipped away, and yesterday I got my account, which was down a stupid amount of money, because remember, I took a big hit. Before I started trading CMG well, I traded it very, very poorly, and I missed. I got caught short from like 220 to like 260. So between that and the Google, I just brought my account back to flat. That's right. It's January 1st, and I'm pretty much now flat for the year, which is an accomplishment at this point, because I was getting lit up. I got lit up. I was doing well, well for me at this point now, because I don't really do as much as I should be doing. If we're making that $250 a day or $300 a day, if you're making $5 or $6 grand a month, that's all right. So January, February, March, April, made, whatever that amount of money was, gave it all back in 2 trades. But now I've made it all back over the last 4 weeks, and at this point I just want to just take a nap, okay? I just want to walk away and just regroup. But there's no regrouping. Joey Diphard's going to be calling any minute now, wondering if he should buy stocks, and he's going to, I don't know what to suggest to him. Here's what I suggest. Today's the day we're gapping down, right? Look for those reversals, look for stocks that are trying to go green, but remember, don't start buying stocks just because they've taken a pause and they look like they're about to make it turn up. Wait for them to really make that pivot before you get involved. Because this could be one of those days where there's just no buyers around. We're going into the weekend. People are shaky. People are starting to finally get a grip I think, on reality. Whoa, maybe things aren't so good. Like again, I spoke to another friend of mine who had to cancel his vacation because he's got to go find another job. 2 jobs. 2-job mom. So, things are not good, okay? And again, the illusion of all this debt that we're under too. My idea is that we're never gonna pay the money back. There's gonna be something, I don't know if you watch Star Trek and all that, they always talk about how money doesn't mean anything in the future. Maybe we'll just forgive all debts, world peace will be declared, and we'll all just live happily ever together. We'll all just hug and kiss. That's how we'll exchange, that's the barter system. You need something, I'll just give you a big hug for it. And then when you need something, I'll just give it back to you and we'll hug it out. We'll just kiss and smooch and love our brothers, and there won't be anything as monetary currency. We won't have to worry about currency fluctuations and wons and yens and krugerrands and dollars and euros and all that stuff. Maybe that'll happen one day. Maybe I'll have sex tonight. There's always those chances that things can happen, right? See, I'm growing a transition beard. My wife hates the beard, but I could grow a beard because it's like, you know, it's funny thing is about my wife and I, my life is pretty awesome about, you know, across the board, except I would, you know, I'd appreciate a little sexual deviant every once in a while, and it's just not my wife. I have sex so rarely that the other day I found myself actually thinking about having sex with my wife and getting aroused about it.
I thought this was supposed to be about stocks. What's happening?
Yeah, so here I am getting excited about seeing my wife like she's somebody new and exciting. Point being, that's how you keep a marriage fresh. Don't see your wife, only have sex once a month, so every time it's like brand new. Wow, this is something out of the bag. This is something special. Just go out every once in a while, never see each other, never have any conversations, so then when you do come together, it's like a brand new relationship all over again every month. It's fantastic. That's the way to do it. I figured it out. I mean, but over between those 28 or 29 days between sexual encounters, you know what you have to do. That's why porn was invented. That's why the internet was invented. So, I was gonna talk to you about what I experienced yesterday as a sports gambling fan. I'm on the phone with my dad, talking about how we should short the market, we should mortgage our houses, we should sell some real estate to buy puts on the Qs yesterday. And I'm talking about how smart I was, how brilliant I was to let the money ride on the Heat. So I'll get to that story later on because I got to take care of some stuff. I actually want to try to make some money here at the Open. Good luck to you people. Please don't buy stocks just because they're red. Wait till you see that pivot. And remember, this could be one of those days where there's no bids and you're just going to be first one in, first one out all day, churning your account. What I mean by first one in, first one out, as soon as people see that pause in the market, they feel comfortable about buying stocks. And then as soon as it starts rolling over, those first people to take that shot are the first people to get out of that stock, which then makes the move go even more so when there's no bidding around. And I don't think right now, at the moment, because it's 9:04, until I see the tape and how we're reacting, I don't think there's going to be that much buying this time around. Because if you think about it, again, we can start going back to those nuclear holocaust lows, those Egyptian lows. We're still 2 points away. 54.20, $54 on the Qs, 53.85. That's where you start getting worried. So right now we're smack dab in the middle. This means nothing. We basically just hit all-time highs, not all-time highs, but we just hit yearly highs a few weeks ago. Remember when everything was rosy and the job report was better? It's amazing how everything just changes on a dime. Stay in cash.